Wait a minute.
Look, I think that everyone is going to have to take a hard look at where they want to be at this moment in history as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights. Go ahead.
Wait.
All right, hey, Shalom, Salaki. This is going to be a part 2. My last lesson got cut off by a phone call. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. Revelation 12 and 12, because we know that Esau and his agenda, the so-called white man, they have an agenda. They have an enterprise, of the New World Order, man, where they want everybody digitally tagged and ultimately enslaved, man. This is Esau trying to enslave the population, man. All right, with his AI, artificial intelligence, digital currency, the sea-hip under the flesh. All right, and he's going to come down with great wrath in the near future, man. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." And woe means great death and destruction, which is coming. All right, the government doesn't care about your fundamental rights, man. When they come out with the sea-hip, they're not going to, there's no freedom of speech. There's no freedom of what you want to do. It's either you're going to take this thing or you're going to be beheaded or going to be destroyed, man. Going to be martial law, civil wars, civil unrest. All right. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So the Lord said, okay, that the devil is going to come down unto you having great wrath. And the devil is who? The so-called white man. All right. When he rolls out his unrighteous decrees, his unrighteous laws, brings different laws into play, he's going to come down with great wrath. He's going to come down with what? Martial law, military troops. All right, because he knows that he had but a short time. All right, and certain people are going to be cast into prison. Because we know that this is all leading up to them trying to put this digital currency in everybody, man. All right. And they don't want you to have a say. They don't want you to think about your fundamental rights when they bring out this sea-hip, man. So they're already letting you know they getting ready to take that all away. And like I said, this was an old video. Not too old, but right in front of your face.
A minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speak.
Look, I think that everyone is going to have to take a hard look at where they want to be at this moment in history as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights. Go ahead.
Right. So you're not going to have the freedom, so to say, to do this or do that. You're going to have to get in line with the NWO, which it all links up with Bible prophecy, man. Revelation 13, it says, "He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that mark," which we know is that RFID sea-hip, man. And it says that anybody who would not worship the image of the beast, you didn't want to get down with this system, should be killed, man. All right, but this is Revelation 2 and 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried." So we're coming into that time where the devil's going to come down with great wrath. The so-called white man going to come down with that great wrath. Going to be taking people away. And the government isn't going to want to hear about your fundamental rights when they coming down with great wrath, man. Okay, when the so-called white man comes down with great wrath, at that point, there's no more freedom of this or freedom of that. All right, it's either you get down with the system or you get destroyed, man. Unless you're one of the elect of the nation of Israel that Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai is going to have mercy upon these last days, man. All right, because the Lord is going to deliver his elect. But even some of the elect, the scriptures say, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer." See, we're coming into a time of Jacob's trouble, a time of suffering, man. All right, you think it's bad right now? Wait until there's no more food, man. Wait until you can't leave your neighborhood. They got 15-minute cities. You know, you're not going to be able to buy or sell anything. All right, so a time of suffering is coming for the whole world. All right, even the elect, you know, he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. But the elect, the thing about the elect, whomever they are, they're going to be guided and protected by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai during this time of tribulation. But even the elect are going to have to go through the tribulation, man. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right, because ultimately they're going to be casting people into prison, these FEMA camps, these concentration camps, and it's going to be a trial of your faith. All right, and the devil, it goes to show you that, you know, the devil is a man. It's going to cast you into prison. You know, the devil isn't underground casting people into prison. This is talking about the so-called white man with his military troops, his FEMA troops, casting people into the FEMA camps, you know, for not wanting to get down with his system, man. All right, it says, and you know, what America is doing is really, you know, people are so leaned upon the Constitution. America is ripping up the Constitution right in front of everybody's face, man. And soon it's going to be made evident that the Constitution is nothing but a piece of paper, man. Let's go to unrighteous decrees. I'm not going to make this lesson too long. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, which a decree is a law. Okay, and woe, you know, destruction to the ones of them that decree unrighteous decrees or make unrighteous laws. Who does that? The so-called white man. All right, and when they come down with this, you know, even what you see with the pandemic, man, you know, people lost their jobs, man. You know, so they about to come out with more unrighteous decrees, unrighteous laws. You know, and it's going to be by means of the penalty of death if you don't want to get down with their NWO. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's what they do, man. You know, they're not, you know, the government isn't here for us, man, for Israel, man. All right, let me grab this real quick. Let me see, how does it go? I gotta remember how it's worded. Here real quick. All right, Jeremiah 30:4. It says, and these are the words that Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. And this was ultimately coming. Okay, a time of trouble. When they come out with these unrighteous laws, when they, you know, strip people of their quote-unquote fundamental rights, it's going to be chaos, man. It says, for thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask you now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness, all right? So in this time of trouble, you're going to have grown men screaming like women giving birth, man. It says, alas, for that day is great, and this day is a time period. You know, the time period of, you know, them ushering in the NWO, Jacob's trouble, the time where this thing is mandatory, you know. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's what we want. All right, we want to be saved out of it. This is I'm going to play this video one more time, and I'm going to go ahead and close it out with this. All right, see, we entering into that time of Jacob's trouble. They're going to be casting brothers into FEMA camps, you know, and they're already letting you know straight in your face, we're ready to take away your fundamental rights, man.
Look, I think that everyone is going to have to take a hard look at where they want to be at this moment in history, as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights. Go ahead.
Wait a minute.
All right. So I'm going to close it out with Psalm 64. We'll start at verse 1. It says, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy," which our number one enemy is the Edomites, all right? The so-called white man, woman, and child, this government, okay? Woe unto you that go down to Egypt for help, man. You got our people that still rely on the government, you know, and fully trust in the government. Like the government is the government is God, man. All right, that's how our people look at the government. And really, the government is being dictated by Satan, man. By the devil, man. So our people are going to be had in derision. Our people are going to be destroyed behind trusting in Satan, man. Trusting in the devil. All right. But it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right. We're going into, you know, their secret councils, the elite, they get together, you know, like the Bilderbergs, you know, and they go into the, what is that? Where they worship the owl. What is that called? You know, they get together with and in secret, and they have these secret councils, man. Bohemian Grove, that's what it's called. All right, they get together. That's one of them, Bohemian Grove. They have all these different types of secret councils, man. But look into the Bohemian Grove, man. But it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." They get together and they talk about how they're going to achieve their NWO. "Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words." Okay, and that's what they do. Okay, this devil has a forked tongue. You know, one side he'll say this, the other side he'll say something completely different. All right, and these are bitter words right here, man. Hell, you had Trump say he was going to bring back the firing squad, you know, guillotine, so on and so forth.
At this moment in history, as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights. Go ahead.
It says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter." That's what the wicked do. That's what Esau does, man. It says, "They commune of laying snares or traps privately. They say, who shall see them?" See, they do this right in front of everyone's face, man. And they act like nobody's going to see them. All right, they get together and they commune of laying traps. They lay snares privately, man. It says, "They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search." All right, so they're diligent in what they do and being wicked and being evil. It says, "Both the thought of every one of them and the heart is deep." Okay, so they deeply think about these things of how to, you know, enslave the world, take away your rights, you know, get everybody to, you know, bow to the NWO. All right, it says, "But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded." And ultimately that's going to take place when the Lord take them out. Because we understand that even though they're going to come down with that great wrath, the Lord is going to be with his elect. And the Lord is going to deliver his elect, man. It says, "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." So now their own tongue is exposing themselves, man. These Edomites are exposing themselves, man. And it's only going to increase. We're going to see more of this. All right, so with that, you know, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. You know, they're getting ready to come down with that great wrath. We're entering into Jacob's trouble, a time like never before. So with that, call hello Yahweh Bashmi, Yahweh Shai Bashmi, Until next time I say Shalom.